discuss about the DAX functions. So there are two kinds of DAX functions available. One is calculated columns, another is calculated measures. Okay. So this is the model view. So calculated columns, what happens is when we create DAX function and that to in calculated column, a new column will be created in the table. Okay, that is within Power BI only, it not in data source. Okay, suppose we are using this data source. Okay, we have loaded this into Power BI, and when we have created the calculated column, it creates the new column inside the Power BI itself. Okay, it does not create any columns in the data source. Okay, so when it creates a new column in the data source, what happens, guys? The size of the table increases, right? The storage capacity increases, isn't it? And this calculated column is said to have row context. Okay, row context means it is applied for each row, each record. Okay, whereas the calculated measure, when we create calculated measure, it does not create any column in the table. I'm repeating, when we create any calculated measure, it does not create any column in the table. Okay, so calculated measures are statistical aggregations. Okay, like you can do sum, average, minimum, maximum, all those kind of things. Calculations, arithmetic calculations can be done on the calculated measure, whereas in the calculated columns we cannot do that. Okay, calculated columns are not meant for these arithmetic calculations or statistical analysis. Okay, and calculated measures are said to be having filter context. So filter context means whenever we use them here at these reports, and if we apply filter, the calculated measure changes automatically based on the filters that we apply here. Okay, so now let us see if you I have loaded this orders data set, some sample superstore data source. Okay, so here we have these things are already created. Okay, just a moment. So in order to create any calculated column or calculated measure, what we need to do is, you can just see here the column names. Okay, different column names. So all the calculated columns and calculated fields are shown here. Okay, so let's go to the report view. So here, as we have discussed, calculated columns can be created on categorical columns. Okay, say here we have category, or just a moment, let me show you customer name. Okay, so in the customer name, yeah, this is the customer name. So suppose we want to extract the first name. Okay, we want to extract the first name of the customer. So what we can do is, you can just select customer name, click on this. Are you able to see here, new measure, new column? Click on the new column. Okay, so here we have actually different DAX functions are there. Okay, the DAX functions are related to, again, data types, text related DAX functions, date related DAX functions, numeric related DAX functions. So different DAX functions are available. Okay, so here let us just do this one first. Let us create a new column. Okay, we will extract the name, first name. Okay, so now let us just do here first name. So here you want to extract, right? Just yes, click function. Yeah. See here we have one date, order date. Okay. So this is order date, ship date. So if you want to find out the age from the order date to current date, we can find using this date functions. Okay. So here order date, date diff is there. Date diff is the function, DAX function. Okay. From the orders table, order date. So this is the original date, or this is the start date. And here orders today date. Okay, today's date. And number of years, we are finding the number of years. Okay, so this column is giving this the age, order age. This is for order date. And if you want to find today, you can find today. Okay, this is order date today. Okay. Just yeah. Another thing, either it is profit or loss. Okay. So if something is profit or loss, how can we find out? We have the profit right here. Yeah, here we have the profit. Okay. You can see here in this column, we have negative values and also positive values. So based on this, we want to know whether each order or each transaction is profitable or not. Okay. So for that, we have written this calculated column. Okay. If orders is less than 0, orders profit is less than 0, it is termed as loss. It is like Excel if function only. Okay. So here, when this value is true, you indicate something. Okay. When it is false, you do again some testing, or you indicate some value. So when it is false, we are testing again. That if the value, if the profit is greater than 0, then we are mentioning it as profitable. Else, it is break even. Means we have covered loss, we have covered profit, and when it is equal to 0, that means it is break even. So this is a logical function. Okay, logical DAX function. If and this thing. Okay. Now we have or condition. Okay, we have another condition. So we want to see whether the sales is greater than 100 or profit is greater than 0. We just want to indicate or identify a good order. Okay, good transaction. If you want to identify what are the good transactions, we will be having some criteria, right? Like order value should be greater than 100 or 1000, and it should be profitable. Or either the order value is greater than 100 or the profit is greater than 0. So in that situation, we'll be using this condition. Okay. Or it is like Excel formulas only. Okay. Mostly DAX functions are like Excel formulas only. Or condition. So if sales value is greater than 100 or profit is greater than 0. So whichever is returning true, the expression will return true. If both are returning false, then the expression will return false. Okay. Here, if anything is true, then the overall result or output of this R function would be true. If both are false, then only it will be false. You can see some of the false things. So here, what we are doing is we are calculating month-wise sales. Okay, so dates, month to date. So these are called time intelligent functions, time intelligence DAX functions. So month measures. So what we can do is we can see in the visualizations. Let me show you one. Yeah, quantity. So here you can see YTD sales 0.73 million. Okay, but the overall sales, if you see overall sales is 2.3 million. And if we put year, say let's use order date. So order date, are you able to see here? Order date. So for 2017, we have 0.73 million. Okay. 2016, 0.16. Oh, sorry, 0.61. 2015, 0.47. 2014, 0.48 million. Okay. But all the sales put together, what is it? It is 2.3 millions, isn't it? Now, when we use this YTD, QTD, what happens is it returns the latest year data. Okay, so let us just use YTD here. So this is year-wise data. Now, adjacent to it, let us create another thing. Let us just try one thing. Okay, then let me put it. Okay. So here, let us create another page. So it's not returning anything. Just a moment. Or let us first select the sales. Let us see it. Okay, so this is the sales for this year, maximum sales. So you can verify with the data here. Say in 2017. Okay, are you getting? What is the maximum sales? 13,999.96. Now in 2017, the sales, if you see, maximum amount is, see here, when we have written this, it is asking for first the expression. Expression means calculation. Okay. See, in Excel also, when you write some formula, it will give the syntax, isn't it? So let me just remove this. Just a minute. Okay, so here let me go to next here, data. So here when we write any function, any calculated column, anything, so it will give the syntax. Are you able to see the syntax here? So expression comma filter comma so and so. So modified by the filters, it evaluates this expression, whatever we are doing, expression, sum, average, minimum, maximum, whatever these kind of things. So it evaluates those expressions and in a context modified by the filter, modified by filters means here whatever filter we apply, those filters modify this expression. So this the output of this expression will be based on these filters. Okay, so here we have put maximum of sales. Okay, dates YTD